Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a message for the collective. So before we get started, let's cleanse the energy of the space and see what message the divine has for us today. Let me just make an adjustment so my crystals don't fall. Okay. So, divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? So let's split the deck, see what we get. Ooh, the Magician and Seven of Wands. So, Seven of Wands, seven is all about your inner knowing, your wisdom, your insight, it's spirituality. And Wands is all about your passion, your drive, your creativity. So, she's like battling people below her, but look at her face. She's determined and she's like, you are not going to take anything from me. So, she's on the higher ground. So, she's obviously winning. The Magician is all about everything. All of the resources you see on the rock at the side, there's the pentacle, the sword, the wand, the cup. One hand is up, one hand is pointing down. It's as though she's reminding you, as above, so below, and that she can pull from the universe to bring down to this planet where we all reside. The infinity symbol above her head is all about constantly going again and again. So never ending, unlimited. And that's what you have, unlimited resources and the ability to fight. Fight for your life. Not physically fight, but I'm just saying, stand your ground. So let's see what this means. And keep in mind that this message will resonate with some, it won't resonate with others, but take from it what you will and see what we get. We'll do a 5-card spread, starting with the immediate past being the Empress. And that is number 3. So 3 is about expansion. You see her beside her, she has a heart. It reminds you of the candies at Valentine's Day, that a little heart shaped in different colors, like pastel, and have, I love you. Will you be mine? So instead on her, she has the symbol for Venus, the planet of love, relationships, aesthetics, beauty, arts, music. So it's also with around her, you see this lush environment. She's on these pillows that look silk and round pillows, square pillows, her gown, her crown, all of that, along with a lot of crystals. So you see like how these crystals are the natural, this is amethyst and apophyllite. So it's like natural crystal formations, not like the rose quartz that's been shaped. So it's you, the Empress. So that's your immediate past. So as I'm drawing the cards, think of how it relates to you in your life and what may be happening. So your immediate past is about a month or so, maybe 6 weeks max. So it's something that happened most recently. And now here is your present, and that is strength. And strength, you can see how she has a gown too, but now she reminds you of like Aphrodite or someone. So she has on her more of a toga style, belted at the waist with rose garland, the same rose crown on her head, along with she's tamed the beast, with him having a garland of roses around his head, her hand on his head, on his mane. She's not even concerned. She's not even looking at him. She has her mules on with her heels. So she's like, I'm not even worried to run from you. I can run in heels, but I don't even have to worry about that because you know why? I have you tamed. I have you under my control. And above her head, you see the infinity symbol as well. So with that, it's 8. 8 is also about your abundance, your prosperity, your strength. So she even has like the crystals in the background, the natural crystal formations. So it's something where you are the Empress, you're like above all and you oversee all and you have your strength. So let's see what the immediate future brings is death. And the thing with death that everyone sometimes will get nervous if they don't understand the card itself, because he's coming through on this white horse. You see a skeletal face, having this black flag. People are passed out or begging, but it's really not a real death. It's transformation, the losing of one way of yourself to become a better version. Because in the distance, you can see between the two towers there is the sun rising. There's a boat in the water you can see in the distance underneath the horse. So it's really ushering in a change that's worthwhile because in the end, you'll have a great, bright future. And with that, that is number 13, which is 1 plus 3 is 4. And 4 is all about your foundation, your patience, your planning. So it's getting you at the root. It's making sure that you have the right foundation to go forward in this transformation. Think like how a butterfly is, how it goes to this chrysalis. Well, the caterpillar goes inside of a chrysalis and comes out as a whole new thing, a whole different being, as a butterfly, caterpillar to a butterfly. So that is what it's telling you in your immediate future. So that's about, depends. This says 13. So maybe let's say 13 weeks, 13 months, but 13 weeks, something around there. And then here in your distant past, the King of Pentacles. And just like Venus, Venus rules Taurus. And you see that he has the two bull's heads on his top of his throne and the money. So that's all ruled by Venus. So perhaps this is your king, your partner that you've met, who's someone that's wealthy. You see, he's sitting, he's relaxed. He's like, okay. And it's interesting to note too, he has stones around him. The Empress has the crystals. So again, back to that beauty, as you see how beautiful crystals are, and he's more solid like a rock. That just came out of nowhere. And he's relaxed. He has his pentacle emblem there on his lap and not even concerned. Crown on his head, and he's like, you know what? This is great. So with that, excuse me 1 second. With that, we have the money that you have, the prosperity, the abundance, all of that. And again, remember 8 is about prosperity. Well, that's also that. Now, for your distant future, you have the star. And with the star, that is number 17, and that's 1 plus 7 again is 8. So you see here, she's kneeling, one knee on the ground, one foot in the water, and she's balancing. And out of these pictures, there's balancing, pouring more water into the pond there and more to the earth. So she's fueling them both, nurturing them both. And the ability with that is with the star and looking at all of this transformation and the immediate future, now here to the distant future, you're going to evolve into something even better than the Empress. Maybe you'll be like a worldwide name. So let's see what we get. We'll go through each card to come up with what they all mean for you. And drop in the comments how this is resonating with you. Are you someone who has that your love of your life that's wealthy, or is it that you have gone through your transformation, or you're already at the top of your game? Tell me in the comments, and I'll answer whatever questions you have. So let's start. Speaking of the King of Pentacles, let's start with the King of Pentacles and see what that means for you, collective, in the distant past. So divine, how does this work for the collective about the King of Pentacles? And we have 10 of Wands. So now we have some wands in here. So just like we had the wands in the beginning. So now 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So that's all about new beginnings. You see, she's trudging forward. No matter the burden, the weight, she's like, I've got this. So you had the battling with the wands in the beginning, and then now carrying them and moving forward. And it's like walking by faith and not by sight. She's not worried that she can't see because her head is bowed, holding on to these 10 wands, but she knows she can trust the universe. And that's what you have to do. So at some point when you met this king, you were working on things, because wands are also about your creativity. So you were working on something that was a burden, but not in the burden that you could not bear, but it was a lot of work. So maybe it's something that's getting you some money, some accolades, like it's setting the groundwork. So let's go a little further and see. Divine, what more can you tell me about this distant past with the wands now? How is this 10 of Wands and King of Pentacles? What is that all about? I'm going to pull this one. Oh, the Magician popped back up. So this one wanted to pop out of the deck, so I pulled it, and it shows the Magician again. So remember the infinity symbol, and it's saying that you have the resources. So despite the fact that there's a lot of work that you're doing, your drive, your passion, your creativity, you have all the resources that you need to pull ahead and become what? From under the burden to sitting on a throne that's covered in lace, silk, golden pillows, surrounded in like an opulent looking environment with your crown, you're leaned back, just as the king was leaned back, you're doing the same. So let's move over there now and see. So we know that you had in the distant past this wealthy man that you've met, have this creativity, these burdens, this task to take care of, but you have all the resources that lead you to being what? The Empress. So tell us, Divine, what more can you say about this immediate past of the Empress? I was about to say the princess. Page of Pentacles. So now you see, as a page is someone that's newer to something. So it would be page, knight, king, queen, empress, king, emperor rather. And with the page, you're more new. So perhaps there's someone that's going to be coming in to work with you, to learn more, to sit beside you and understand how you've blown up into this fabulous person, or you're the Empress. So you see the page is staring into the pentacle and looking at it and seeing, what can I do with my career? She has a little backpack on. You see she's in the country, and in the distance it shows a cityscape. Well, maybe you're leaving, this page is leaving the country, like they're, I don't want to say country bumpkin, but they're leaving the country for the city life where they'll make their money, perhaps switching for a career. So let's see. What more can you tell us about that? Is it going to be some type of a mentorship that the Empress will do? Tell us more, Divine. What can you say? And we have here Five of Wands, more competition here. Five is about change. So you see that they, just like in the beginning, how the wand, she was standing there and she was battling from a height. Well, now it's at an even keel here. So it could and it's change. So it could be that this person that's coming in to work with you, they may be someone that's a little more competitive, and that's why you may need to use your strength to control it all, because they're coming into this environment and it's kind of stirring things up. So this could be other people on your staff that are also creative, and they're now battling to see who's going to reign supreme. But remember, you're the boss. So as the boss, you're going to pull on your strength. You're not going to let them control your company, your business. That's your bank. So let's see. Tell us, Divine, about this present where now the Empress is pulling on the strength. So people in the collective, again, write in the comments and let me know, how is that working for you? Because let's do this. They're not going to get you. You're not going to let them take your business. Okay. So we have Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of money and business and wealth and abundance going on in this reading. Eight, again, is your money. So you see now sitting at a desk, like working at home. So this could very well be the page has now, maybe they're going to be the one that comes forward. You wrangled them all together, pulled all of that ferocity, like a lion is ferocious. You pulled all that ferocity of these people and selected the one. And that one is going to be the one that is polished their craft now, and they're making, it's as if she's, as you can see if you look a little closer, she's at her desk and it's a computer that's beside her, and then like a tablet where she has a stylus and she's writing on it, so drawing her craft, and she's really issuing a lot, like she's really pumping it out. So it's where you wrangled all these people together and selected the one that will be taking care of this project. Remember all the creativity? So they'll take on the project because you use your strength to wrangle them in. And now they're pumping out what they're supposed to. So remember that little page where she had the distant in the background of the cityscape? Well, now it's right outside her window. So ultimately, that little person, they won. They won that battle. So let's see, what more can you tell us about this present? So the mentor that came along to sit beside the Empress and learn from her is now won. So what more can you tell us, Divine, about that present situation? Two of Swords. So two, remember the two of you together? So two is balance, couple, pair, partnership. And sitting there, eyes are bound by I was going to say a handkerchief, by a bandana, let's just say. And she has her arms folded with two long swords. And with the swords, that's your mental. So it's basically saying that she's ready. She's in relax. It's not like, remember the stance of the, and I don't have the card to show you, in the beginning where she was more determined about the wands and the battle. She's relaxed. Like her foot stance is as if she doesn't have to worry about someone coming up on her because she's blindfolded, is that she's ready. She's at the ready with her arms, and her hands have attached to these swords, and she can cut it away. So any mental clutter that's getting on your nerves, that's happening, you have the ability to cut through it. And as two, you and this person, so they will not only be like a mentee for you, they will also be someone that will help in cutting through whatever mental nonsense may be coming on. So now let's move to the transformation, the death in the immediate future. Divine, tell us some more about how that comes about. What is that death in the immediate future? Well, it's more pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. So this transformation, so this person that's coming in as your mentor, they're going to be able to prove themselves as being competent and ones that can help you. Maybe you're ready to move forward. Like, look, you're going to be eventually the star. So you maybe want to be more in the spotlight and take care of not the day to day anymore. And now this person, because you work together, your mental is balanced, they're able to be the ones that will step in. And with this death, remember the transformation. So you're changing from being the empress and handling the day to day to where now you can watch your garden grow. You can see all of this, the abundance of it all. There are lettuce on the floor, well, on the in the dirt. She's in the garden outside, as well as the abundance of the tomato plants. In the background, there's even more. She has carrots in her hands. Nine is all about completions. A chapter has ended, so that could be where now you are able to transform to move forward into a new role where you're not on that day to day. And it's also think of how the abundance, if you think of the traditional tarot deck, it's the woman there with the falcon on her hand. And in the background, you see this beautiful home. So that's where you are. So let's see one more card for the immediate future. And that's a great thing because you a lot of times people are entrepreneurs and they'll start a company and then want to move to something else. And in this case, it looks like you're able to move forward because you have someone that you're trained to take on that more of the day-to-day role, while you can either go start a new business or expand out and be more of the face of the company. So let's see what we have. The world. Okay. I can't make this up. The world. So as I said, this person that you're mentoring will be able to take over the company and the day-to-day runnings while you're benefiting from the abundance, the balance sheet is looking good. Okay. So you have the world opened up to you. So you're able to move forward. You have that expansion, and this 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. That's again expansion. It's harmony. It's also birth. And it's really where you're able to soar. You're now able to soar into what? Being the star. So let's jump right into it. What is about this distant future, divine? So all is lovely. No worry about this handling the day to day, able to transform into this public figure, global public figure. Tell us some more about this distant future. And we have more pentacles. Honey, whomever this is for, now you have to write in the comments. Tell me, who are you? Because I mean, you are making some bank. So, Knight of Pentacles, steady forward. So, the money is still steadily moving forward, even though you're no longer at the reins, like at the reins of the horse. You are also able to relax, just like you were doing here in the garden. Well, it plows steadily forward your company. It is going to be enduring. It is practical. It is also something that you can depend on and not worry. And that let you continue on as a star. So let's see one more card about that. Tell us, Divine, what more can you say about that distant future for the collective and how the company is continuing to be successful? Well, there's 9 of Wands. So again, is where this feeling of people. Now remember, when you open up and you're the world and you're getting more, like you've expanded beyond your local to the national to the global, more and more eyes are on you. See, now it's 9. Remember before it was 7. Well, 9, they're gathered, but it's where this time you have the wand set up as a blockade. So you're not necessarily going to be battling out like in 7 where she was at the high ground, but you are ready. You have the protection of your creativity, your craft, your drive, all of that, and to defend yourself as much as you can without worry. She had, look at this. It goes from having the bandana around her eyes to it around her head. She's in her in her shorts, her athletic wear, her sneakers, even though they're like the high heel type sneakers. She has her sneakers on and she's ready to battle. Even her hands are taped up like she's a boxer. So It's basically telling you you don't have to worry. You are able to, despite being put out there in the public eye and people may be ready to say something, you have the ability to shut it down. You have the ability to shut that down and continue to move forward. So, and at the bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Swords. Two of Swords to the Ace of Swords. Again, one, new beginnings. You are all in control. The Ace of Swords is all about victory. Look at the light again. And remember how the sun was behind the towers with the light? Well, look at how it looks now. So it's showing you that that transformation, that you were able to get this mentor, train them, and let you move on to do something else and to be of the star, the face, the global, and you are the Ace of Swords. So that, my dear, is your reading, or dears, because I hope this resonates with a bunch of you. I hope it resonates for me. But let's take a look at the crystal that will enhance this message of you taking on this mentor and then being able to move forward into a different role that's going to help expand your company as you are the global spokesperson. So, Divine, what crystal do they need? Green, I love it. Aventurine, and it says, create your own luck. Okay, I cannot make it up. Green, money, also heart, emotions. But in this case, create your own luck. Well, that's what you did. You started this business, remember? So in fact, the King of Pentacles, maybe that was an investor or somebody, because you came from pushing forward with your idea that you had. And that's what I'm going to say, that this is, you're going to get an investor who has a lot of money that's going to help you and help you with this idea that you have, that you're trudging for, because you have all the resources to make it productive. And then you'll be on top and get this mentor who's going to be great. They beat out everybody else. You've trained them. It allows you to move forward into this transformed world as the star, where you have the world, the ace. You've created your own luck, honey. You created your own luck. Congratulations to you. I am loving that. And I want you to definitely put in the comments, let me know how this is resonating with you. Where are you at in this stage? Are you at the transformation? Are you already the Empress? Are you at the beginnings of it? Are you already the star? Tell me more. So that is your message. If you have any questions, again, drop it in the comments. I will respond. But I'll be so thankful if you will like, click, share, all of that. Subscribe to PYJynJoy and click the notification bell so you know when posts are going up. But I deal with them every day, and you'll see more and more. Also, follow me I'm on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram, where it's dropping like these more of a motivational messages and videos a day. And yeah, so congratulations to you. Until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.